Joe Mtika was born in the southern African country of Malawi.
And even though he left Africa and headed to America when he was 34 years old, he never forgot where he came from. Our Lance Schwartz joins us now to tell us how Joe decided to help his homeland a few years ago.
Dr. Joe Mtika had been living here in our town, Norfolk, for about 15 years when he assisted 3 of his nieces in immigrating from Malawi to the United States and attending Northeast Community College and Wayne State College. With that accomplished, Joe was inspired to do more.
After, getting my fair share of the education, I was looking at something that I could, give back to the country that I came from.
In 2012, Dr. Joe Mtika contacted Norfolk Public Schools to see if they would assist him in starting a college prep high school in Africa.
So I went to Norfolk Public Schools. I'm like, they should be able to give me some, heads up or some tricks how I can go about this.
The Norfolk school system agreed to donate some used computers that were going to be thrown away.
And there's so many things we take so much for granted in the United States, which are actually gold in other countries, and especially third world countries.
It took a lot of time and persistence, but in 2015, Joe partnered with Norfolk's Orphan Grain Train to get his computers and school supplies shipped to Africa.
God has opened a door that I never thought it would be opened.
In the fall of 2015, Joe opened a school that he named Norfolk Schools in Malawi, and he's been raising the standard of education there ever since. There are so many impressive aspects of this story, but what might impress me the most is that through technology, Joe is able to run his school in South Africa from this very seat right here in Norfolk, Nebraska. Malawi is 9,000 miles away and 8 hours ahead of us here in the central time zone in America. So as school is getting underway in Africa, Joe starts communicating with the people running his school at midnight in Norfolk. This 54-year-old usually goes to sleep at about 2 in the morning. Then he wakes up at 6:30 a.m. to go to his full-time job where he's a new products manager.
When God opens the door, no one can close it.
Joe is giving young African students educational opportunities that they had never had before. And last year, 3 students graduated from Norfolk schools in Malawi, and each of them are now in Norfolk taking classes at Northeast Community College. Congratulations.
Wow,
that's a fantastic
you.
Story.
Thank you very much.
I appreciate you sharing it with me.
Thanks, Lance.
Good stuff. Last year, Joe was recognized as the runner-up for the Norfolk Area Person of the Year Award for his creation of that school in Africa and for his efforts in creating a sister city relationship between Norfolk and Blantyre, Malawi.
All right, thank you, Lance. And coming up tomorrow, we'll get to know the makers of Nebraska Life magazine in downtown Norfolk.